Well, that was a smooth transition today.
Yeah. I see you already in the dugout though.
That was a smooth transition.
You're already in the dugout.
That was a smooth transition.
Okay, DJ Dak Diddy or DJ Dak.
DJ
Dak, no Diddy.
Nah, man, we praying for Diddy too, man.
Diddy.
We praying for Diddy too.
DJ Dak.
Man, what's the word, cuz?
Man,
happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
we saying that? What we doing?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we on. I never know with us over here.
Man,
we may
be in the beginning of the show, may switch it up by the end.
Yeah, may not fuck with them at the end. Fuck
it. Because they treating us like some.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
I fired up the turkey, man.
Yeah. Give me the update. I'm going to check the text right now.
Yeah, I sent it to you. I sent it to your
Instagram. You said it.
Yeah, I put it all in my stories, and then I did the lobster mac. So it's definitely gonna be a feast, my guy.
So what y'all got? What's the spread looking like?
We're doing the lobster mac, and then we got we're gonna do the smoked turkey. I don't need 10 things on my plate. I just need the things that I know that I like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, so I like to condense that joint down, but take those few things very seriously. That's what I'm.
Yeah, I like that. Rather than having a whole bunch of mid.
Yeah. I don't need that. Just give me some. Give me the things that I know that I'm gonna go back for seconds on, and it's up. So yeah, that's what I'm on today. What y'all got on the spread? Dustin doing his thing. Brown butter doing his thing.
Yeah, I don't even know what's going on. Normally, the only thing I ever even
today you don't know what's going
on. Like some sweet potatoes, some yams.
Oh, I forget. You don't really be in the mix.
Yeah, not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Okay.
Nah, but I don't even think because my parents just moved in. They moved in the house Tuesday.
Oh, so it's not even.
Yeah, I didn't. We were trying to still unpack stuff. I didn't get back home yesterday, last night until like 2:00 over there.
Oh, that's why you hit me so late. I was like,
what time we got?
We don't be up like this. Like, okay, that makes more sense now.
Yeah, so we just been out this. So I think just catering pretty much everything. I don't even know if my mom. I don't know what she's making. I don't want to.
She may not have to pick up a spatula.
Yeah, she may not have to do anything.
Let's go.
Yeah, so happy Gobbler Day. We got another one. Shout out to Critical in the building.
Okay, Critical up and early in the attic.
Critical up early starting this. You see him?
Oh.
May Allah bless your turkey legs. Laugh my ass off. Sorry. Why you gotta apologize for that, brother?
Yeah, the pork and all that. It's all
prefer
good.
Ham over turkey. So let me just.
Okay, he firing off this morning.
let me keep it real, man. Look, lust is real. And some of the things that God has created on this planet, some of the things that are perhaps the worst for us, I can't front. Those are some of the best tasting. Like when you think of pork, and that's one thing that a lot of religions can agree on, right? Religions can't agree on a lot, but one of the things that they can agree on is the fact that pork is not it. Now, I probably was eating pork every day, at least once a day, before I stopped eating. Like pork, there's nothing that compares, and it's natural. There's no seasoning. You don't need the seasoning when it comes to the pork. And isn't it because the pig doesn't sweat or something like that? I don't know. Maybe that's just what I grew up thinking, because it's the perfect salt mixture. Like everything just hits perfectly. I remember when one Mother's Day, I brought my mom to, what is it? The ice, not the Trump ice, the other ice. The Culinary Institute. The culinary.
Shout out to them.
And we did this cooking experience, and they just put a half a pig, just laid it out on the table, and you make these things off of the pig, like everything. Yeah. And that it's so versatile a little bit, but it's versatile. You get the pork chops, you get the bacon, everything tastes amazing. You got to season all this other food. All these other meats, you got to season. You got pork, just throw it in the pan, crisp, and you're good. Like you don't have. Oh my God, bacon, bro!
even down to the bake, even down to the grease that the pork make.
Come on, man.
Cooking bacon grease.
It's the perfect food. Now let me stop. But yeah. Apparently that was my point. Some of the things that taste the best or that we like the most are not perhaps the best things for us. Hold on, I gotta get my Kev Samuels on. You mind if I go grab a lighter real quick and you hold the comments down? Cause
A lighter.
A lighter for my.
Oh, okay, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
It's up this morning, I see. Oh man, yes sir. Critical thinking. You had it early, man. Who else we got in the building? Like and subscribe. Let's get into the algorithm. We know class may be a little bit light today because y'all are getting ready to spend time with your family or spend time with your pork. Whatever gets you going, we support it. We're okay with that. So y'all continue to get into the chat. We're gonna give them a little bit more time here while we gotta kind of things in motion. Let us know what y'all cooking in the comments, man. Let us know if you don't know how to cook, if your lady's cooking. If you ain't got no lady, then or maybe you're not eating at all. Just let us know in the comments what you on. We on that too. We all family here. Okay, we got prime rib. Okay, critical thinking. You got a whole spread, bro. Whole spread. Critical thinking got the prime rib today.
I see Critical wrote do bonnets rock your world. This ain't no bonnet, man. Come on, I gotta tell him what it's this. So this is actually my boy gave me one of these, man. This is so helpful. So it's got the satin underneath.
Oh, okay, so it don't stick to the hair.
Wear something that's not don't got something flapping in the back looking like a YN. Or
that used to be good.
No, hold up. I can't hear you. Hold on, because I got the headphones on. It's low key. It's just it's really just a salute to my Arab Muslim lineage. Really, that's what it is.
I mean, that the flap in the back used to be the look.
It used to be.
Yeah, okay. I'm just saying, like, cats used to throw a fitted on top too.
Yeah. The things we used to do. All right, yeah. What do we? I got a few things to get your opinion on today, BK.
Okay.
I don't know where we're gonna end up. Where did we stop yesterday? We didn't discuss that Fauci cover up, did we, or anything?
No, we never got there. All I know,
the video that we finished up on, was it Pierce and Dave Rubin? Was that the video that we got stuck on and just? I think that was the video.
That was the video. That was the final draw.
So we got a bunch of stuff that we'll kind of go over. I want to get y'all opinion on, and we'll start with this Megyn Kelly video. I sometimes on these shows, I forget that the whole purpose of the Democrats and Republicans are to argue and to radicalize us, in my opinion. Like that's
when you say us, the people?
The people. Mm-hmm. The entire point of the Democrat and Republican Party is to radicalize us and have us going against each other.
Oh, for sure. That sounds spot on.
Like that's what the politicians are paid to do. Now, there's a few that will jump out the window that will be a Thomas Massey that's willing to crash out based on principles. I do believe that there are a few, but I overall believe that that people are paying these people in order to distract and radicalize us, because it just makes it it makes it easier for them to control us. Now, I may be off when it comes to that. People may disagree, but it's hard to look at our political system and think anything other than that, especially when you see the most powerful people that are giving money to each. So if they're giving money to each, then they can easily give money to each and say, hey, y'all need to work together. And the people that work together, we're going to compensate the most. Wouldn't that make sense? Maybe.
Yeah, definitely. The shoe definitely fits.
Right.
I don't think you have to twist anybody's arm to believe in what you're saying here. Do you think do you think it's a big ass meeting? Like cats is like linking up in the locker room, like, yo, bet this is what we on. It's up, we're turned. Like this is what we want y'all to do, or are they even feeding the politicians a little bit of game where they're like they know what to do, but they don't really know why they doing it?
I think it's a chosen few. I think it's a chosen few club that, you know, once you get power, you want to protect power. So you align yourselves with other powerful people and you figure out how y'all can work together for the overall goal that each one of you have, which is to make sure that y'all stay in power and others don't get to that position. I do think that. I think I don't know if I think greed controls us so much that it may not even have to be as tactical as a lot of us, and even me, that I may be presenting it as. We're like, people may be getting together and say, hey, how can we, you know, I don't know if it's like that. It may be like that, but I think that people's greed naturally, when you get that type of power, you're naturally making certain decisions where you're aligning yourself with people, and the goal to keep yourself in power is to keep them wherever they are. So I think naturally, and I think that when they start paying the politicians, they're paying the politicians to ensure that they're pushing certain messages that are going to allow them to control the people. Because even when it comes to the stocks, even when we were talking about the stocks the other day, people were saying like people are making decisions with the stock market, or a lot of the decisions are being controlled by the stock market. The stock market, people make money when it's chaotic, not when it's doing well. You know what I mean? Like the biggest wealth gains, like a 2020, are when there's chaos, when it's either, jumping out the window, going up, going down. Like this is when people make money, when things change, when there's chaos. So I think that's the same thing when it comes to controlling a group of people. When there's chaos, it's just easier for you to control people. They're scared, they're fearful, they don't know what's going on. So they're looking to latch on to any bit of structure they can. And I think that's going to come out in this Anthony Fauci video that hopefully we get to today. It's like, how did people get misled and finessed when it comes to what happened in 2020? Like, even when you know what's going on, the fact that it came from a lab and we're not aware of this, the fact that they lied virtually about everything, from Anthony Fauci being an infection specialist. And from my understanding, he never even took a infectious disease fellowship, you know what I mean? But he's the #1 leader on infectious diseases, and we just accepted it. I just think that whenever they create a certain amount of fear, why do you have to have hell to convince me to want heaven? Like, all of these different things just seem to be reasons where it's like they know that we're controlled by fear. They know that if they can create a fear-based, look at the propaganda, it's all fear-mongering. It's not about, hey, you should vote for Andrew Cuomo because he's such an amazing guy. It's no, you should not vote for Mamdani because he's a Islamic jihadist radical, and we know what happened in New York City. They flew planes into the last time. You know, like it's all based on fear. Don't vote for Trump because he's going to put you in chains and shackles. Look at what they created with Project 2025. It's not, hey, here's our plan to make stuff good.
Yeah, it's never off that.
So I just think that it's more about control, and when we just can simplify it to that, then things make sense. A lot of it may not even be rooted in evil per se. It just may be people willing to go to whatever measures in order to secure their greed. That ends up happening. You know what I mean? I'm not sitting here saying that people just want to commit evil in the world. I just think that people drop their standards, their morals and principles when it comes to their personal interest.
Yeah, I think. Do you feel like the entry point at the beginning for the politicians is ideally to do change, or do they know from the outside going into this, like, I know I'm about to join on some BS, or do I have a true devotion to want to help my people, but when I get there, all of a sudden I see the game is a lot more of a business than I thought it was? Is there a percentage of people that are morally and ethically decent, and how do you stand out if that's your direction, and etc.?
I think you could fall into a few categories, maybe a couple. You know, maybe it's less than what we can. Let me explain. If politicians do get into it with a good heart to make things better, then that means that it's one of two things. Either the pressure that they're facing to where we see them once they get in office for a long time, and once they're trying to climb, the ranks, that they're compromising all of these so-called principles and morals that they initially got into it for. Either the pressure's too strong because it's causing them to fold. Something's causing them to fold. Yeah. So it's either some type of pressure that's causing them to fold, or it's just that they never got into it for that reason in the first place. Because it's one of two things. Like, you can't tell me that you're a politician for America and you're okaying a lot of the things that we see that have become acceptable while trying to act as if they align with your principles, morals. Look at the stuff with Donald Trump. Look at how it's all fanatics. It's all fanatics. Like, you can look at Donald Trump and say, like, oh, the things that he's doing are not, like, this doesn't align with what he was pressing the line on when he was running for president. You could just look at that. Mm-hmm. So did something change? There was some influence there. There's still an influence there that clearly is moving him in a direction that he, I guess, originally was standing on.
Yeah, it's
just I just heard that Donald. I don't even want to say. This is why we gotta be careful, even with a lot of these videos. I just saw a video saying that Donald Trump converted to Judaism like a few years back. Like this, and if I showed you the video, you kind of would be sitting there like,
It's giving that energy.
I don't know. You just don't know what to believe. It's just more chaos.
Yeah.
It's just more chaos because now I'm going to watch that video. Now I'm going to be thinking. Now I'm going to feed into the whole. It's just all just chaos.
I'm gonna definitely be. I mean, he should just throw the yarmulke on. Yeah. Throw the yarmulke on like Bill Clinton. Like, throw the yarmulke like the former mayor of New York.
Yeah.
Throw it on like Floyd. Fuck it. Like, we not off none of it. Go ahead, turn up. It's a party. It's a bar mitzvah.
So I guess I got a question for you.
Yeah.
And I saw a couple people commenting on it. I saw White Lotus say, yes, it's cursed. Is America cursed?
Nah, I think for the people that are where they're at within America, it's working. It's ideal. This is the paradise. It's paradise. It's not paradise for a lot of people, but I definitely think the people that are looking to make and push the objective, they're having it. They're doing exactly what they want to do, even at the expense of the people. I think we were all sold a perception. We were also the American dream. We were also this thing. And then when you just ask for just normal things within America, it just seems as if you would have thought we was asking for the cow, the dog, the pig. It's just like, it's not adding up for it to, it's too simple to give people the American dream for us to be doing all this. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like Cats is on some different type of time, and there is benefit. But America was built off of that. America was built off of that. The North, the South, like, it's always been fighting for powers and, for money and, things of that nature. So I'm not surprised by any bit of what is going on. I think this is exactly the America that certain people have always wanted, that benefit from this. And I think for the people, we are more and more and more of the, the layers are being peeled back, and we're starting to see more and more of how much of this has been incited or controlled, or it's been capped, we've been lied to, or claim we don't know. Like, I saw the little video of Candace, I guess, located. Did you hear about the whole guys out of Egypt that were following Kirk and his wife?
On the planes, right? The planes.
Yeah, the planes. So they found those guys checked into a hotel on the campus of the guys that were flying that plane. And and she said, if anybody, she put her people on it. She was like, if anybody has cameras from that day and that footage, we are going to identify those two men that were on that, because they believe that they have some correlation. If Candace pulls this banana back and the American people still sit still like they always do on shit, first we've learned two things. The niggas we put in, the cats we put in charge to lead us on a different type of time, and the cats and Candace is single-handedly going to knock everything down. Nobody will believe another thing unless they just want to. You can't say they hit
but don't they just want to? Because how many instances have to occur like this for us to say, well, this got exposed, like this is really going to crumble our trust with the government? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like how many times that
how many times, like
that badass
we not just lived through 2020?
Yeah, like how many times that badass nigga that you need to drop like you need to leave him, but you keep staying.
Yeah, and even so even to go back to, I think that America is cursed, and I think that America is cursed the same way that the majority of us are cursed, and we're cursed by our wrongdoings. We're cursed by not correcting our bad behavior. A lot of the things that we talk about, lack of accountability. When we don't address something, it tends to fester. It tends to build like a cancer. And even though there may be some wealthy, powerful people that seem to be benefiting financially from or are successful in America, it's no different than a family. Like a family can be cursed, and the people at the head of the family are seem to be doing well financially. But I think that America's cursed in a way where if you create your country based on death, destruction, colonization, are you always going to then have to solve problems like that? Like even when we look around at the different wars, like we question like, well, why do we even have to have wars? Well, you know, and when we question what's going on between Israel, Palestine, I'm sitting back looking at, you know, Israel saying all this stuff about Israel, but you know, like a few hundred years ago, didn't America do the same thing to the not the Palestinians that were here, but the people that were here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's like, you know, we'll sit here and talk about Israel not having the right to commit their genocide. They kicked people off of that land. They ethnically cleansed. They committed a genocide. We celebrate people that do that in America. Mm. So can we be mad at Bibi Netanyahu for doing the same things that we did? Or are we forever connected to that? Or do we, and perhaps the curse is a lower standard, a lower morality, a lower moral compass in a lot of ways, where if you commit certain demonic acts in order to gain something, how can you then hold your people accountable to a standard of, you know, law, of rules, of treating others the way that you want to be treated when you demonstrated and got all your riches by doing BS? It's like a politician, you know what I mean? You compromise your way to the top. You do BS in order to gain power, influence, money. You can't just all of a sudden change. Like you're cursed by those previous decisions. You're going to be held accountable for those things. So I just look at it from that standpoint, and I don't know if anything can ever be done. It just makes you wonder. You know, when we think about things being founded on a bad foundation, like what ends up working that was built on a bad foundation? Mm-hmm. So it's just some thoughts.
It's almost like does America need to go repent for its sins?
I don't know. I mean, I just think that let's take it this way. If I commit evil acts, like isn't that what Christians would believe, what Muslims would believe, what Jewish people would believe? If I commit evil acts that violate my God, that violate my God's commandments, aren't I supposed to be held accountable for that? Aren't I cursing myself? Yeah. If I'm doing those things. So I don't know why we look at it differently when it's a country doing it compared to when it's individuals doing it. I don't know why that seems to justify us, or maybe it's just in our personal interest, so we look the other way. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's still there.
Yeah, I mean, we have that talk about with how Bibi Netanyahu is like, your belief system is here, but look how you're going about like where are you reading this is how it's handled?
Right.
You know what I mean? Or if somebody incited you, if somebody's poking you, or somebody did something, why is your response to let it rain? You know, let it unleash in order to get your point across about, you know, your religion. Like, why is religion become such a or your belief system become such a violent act? At what point? Well, I mean, we know history has shown us religion and belief has always mixed with violence and death, and we're just continuing to. It doesn't matter how many laws you put up. It doesn't matter how many policies you put into play. Like, we still get back to this place where if my beliefs are different than yours, then there's a good chance we may not be able to coexist and or be violent, especially when it comes to countries. Because the country's way of having a conversation about disagreements is let it rain. It ain't never been, it's always been like that. It ain't never been another more amicable way for them to handle, oh, what y'all believe in? Oh, okay. And what y'all believe in? Oh, okay. It's always been, well, it's up. Well, why is it up? Like, why can't you just go be lit and turn over there, and we'll be lit and turn over here? But then there's always a conversation to somebody, well, I want to be turned and lit where you're at. And then I want to be turned lit where you're at. And then, well, I want that. Well, where does it say that? Like, where did you put that? Where is that inserted into your belief system? Like, oh, I should be able to it should be up wherever I want it to be. And if it's not on that type of time, I'm gonna light this thing on fire. Like, why is your resolving just to fight? Why is it?
Why is that your go-to? Like, why is that? We're about to go to war. We're gonna start killing people. We got a disagreement.
Yeah, we got a disagreement. Like, we know that you know, baby, you know you're a leader. You know you have the people following your lead, their safety as a leader. How is your response that way? Now, they could, devil's advocate, they'd say, well, you know, we were attacked. Okay. Well, we don't teach our children to fight violence with violence. So how can we handle that? Or is it more of a thing where I know we're going down the path of ego conversation because you don't want to look a type of way to the people that you claim you should have the best interest of. So I need to show cats it's up, it's turned. If somebody say anything to me, I'm gonna make an example out of them. That old way that never worked in the past ain't working to this day. Y'all keep recycling the same book, the same instruction manual of delivering your message or delivering your belief system, and it's handled the same way over and over and over because you don't know how to operate in a way where it doesn't, your people don't become casualties. Your people don't have to duck at night. They don't know if they're going to be able to wake up at night. Like, that's a wild thing to say your country is in that type of position. And it's simply because conversation couldn't be had behind closed doors or just in general. And so now you put your people in a position for January to happen. You did. You don't take responsibility. You say they did something to us, so we respond in turn. No.
October. You talking about October?
Oh, it was October. Yeah. My bad. In October, you did that. You put your people in position because, as we know, just in the streets, one of the most difficult things to operate when you got smoked with somebody is that if you go too far, you got to watch your shoulder at all times now. It just becomes, and if you're not trying to live like that, especially when you got family, when you got relationships, we got people around you, you don't want to be putting them in a position. So you tend to it's either all the way up to handle what it needs to be handled, or it's, I can't put my people in a position like this. This don't make no sense. But when you see these guys handle it like that as leaders, and it just goes to show you, like, Why would you even put us in a position like that where cats is so turned, they ready to light it up, and it's always up on every time we see it's up, it's up, it's up. And it's been up for so long. Like y'all just a new person shows up and presents the same things that the old person that was here before have done. Nobody's learning. How many deaths does it have to be? How many children have to disappear? This doesn't move y'all. This doesn't shake y'all. It doesn't make you want to find a different way to have this conversation. It's just, oh, it's up and I'm the biggest one on campus, so let it rain. Like, I just think that's just like we talk about. It's just so childish, and I'm gonna keep pushing the octagon for all our world leaders. If they got problems, you more than welcome to put it on here. Charge a $5 Netflix fee, or do it like George Floyd. Do a tour, promote the shit. Get your ass in the octagon and show me how up it is. Because there's no way some of y'all would be politicians if you didn't have the backing of the army and the military behind y'all. There's no way. You wouldn't even talk the type of he wouldn't even talk that type of talk to nobody. He's not up like that. You're not known as a savage in your hood. You didn't come up from the hood, the struggle, and now you made it to the top and you ready to make an example. Like, y'all not coming from that. Y'all are coming from 2-parent households with good schools, and y'all get involved in politics for bread. And then this is what y'all do. You know, that's why I think even when Trump initially got into the space, it was hilarious because it was like a guy who wasn't really on that. He was a politician that wasn't in politics. So he was always doing the things that you would see like a politician, like I'm with the rappers, you know what I mean? Or I'm kicking him here. Like, he knew what he doing. He got this thing in motion. Everybody was messing with him. He's on reality TV. Like, I thought it was refreshing to see somebody who was already on that go into the White House that we take so seriously and just like play this animated character and just dismantle all this quote unquote tradition that we have. I'm like, this is hilarious. Like, I can't even take seriously a man that looks at a reporter and says, "What's your name?" Okay, you're awful. They should get rid of you. Like, this is comical. But as the world watched that reality TV show called American Politics, the things that we deemed as funny were funny, but then we see your boy got in there, and all of a sudden, he not what we thought he was. He's not standing on the business we thought. He not cracking the jokes. They little and stuff like that, but when the real people get in there, he not going at their neck like we thought. We thought it was up. When y'all say y'all got the military behind you, I don't know what else y'all need to just go be turned on niggas. I don't know what else y'all need to go pull up on somebody and not feel the need to have to lie so it's not, don't get caught. Like, it's up. Whatever y'all on, I'm with it. And y'all claim we got the superpowers, we got the number one this, and you know, nobody gonna touch us. We got this, no, y'all, I don't know what y'all got no more. Because y'all don't operate like it's on you. You don't operate like it's on your hip and you can at any time. Every time I see y'all go in there, y'all fold, y'all bend over.
They do.
They do.
No, they operate like they got it on them.
Who? Yes. They operate like
when I hear Jonathan Pollard in that video yesterday talking about, let America try to hold off arms, sending weapons here. Let America try it. And next time it's not because it's going to be a threat. We're going to actually follow through with it because y'all keep playing with us. Thinking,
I want to see that video.
You probably didn't. I'm not sure. Yesterday, that's the video from yesterday. I'm gonna play it again.
Okay, yeah.
So, and perhaps I didn't give proper context. So that was the spy. That was spy.
That's right.
Yeah, and he was threatening America. Like, if y'all he said that they already did it. He said that they already did it.
You're right.
And when we look at this, so even a lot of things that I want to respond to. Samira wrote that Bibi isn't a leader; he is Satan on earth. If Bibi is Satan on earth, then what do we call America and the people that created America? Because didn't they follow the same playbook? Like, America, we just didn't have all of America that came here. And just like Bibi Netanyahu wants to establish the Greater Israel Plan, well, people in America wanted to establish the Greater American Plan. And what did they keep doing? They kept marching out. They said, hey, we'll pay y'all to scalp these Indians Whoever brings back scalps will pay y'all a good amount of money. So wasn't it the same thing? Like, are they not following the same playbook? When we look at what America was doing, what Israel has been here for, what, 77 years around? I think, it was founded in 1948. When you look at that, where was America in its first 80 years? Where was America in its first 100 years when people first got over here? Not when it was already established as what it is today. It's the same thing. So when you have a country that's founded on these satanic principles, are we surprised that we're moving the way that we're moving now? So, and there was a couple of other points that I wanted to just ask you about, or just get your opinion. Our world, we killed off all the peaceful people. And I realized that it's like on a team. When you get rid of, let's say you got a few soft people on the team, right? You got a few soft people on your sports team, football, basketball, whatever, but we're trying to build a culture of dogs, right? All right, so we're trying to build a culture of dogs. So we try to get rid of the soft people, bring in more dogs, and then create a culture where that's kind of the norm, the standard change. We live in a world where all the peaceful people, the people that perhaps were allowed or were showing us that we could live in harmony, the people that were showing us that we could be one with nature, all of these people that were living like that, they got destroyed, they got conquered. And what ends up happening when you get conquered, they either kill you off or you assimilate to that group, like that group's way of living. So now we grow up in a society where, whether it's politics, whether it's just America in general, whether it's across the world in general, that's why we have the wars to solve our problems. When we think about religion, what is the number one thing that religion could have created? Like the number one focus of religion, if I was going to use something in a positive way to control a group of people, the number one thing that I would address is conflict resolution. How do you resolve your conflict when there's a problem? How do we have the most religious leaders, the most countries that are tied to religion, but our conflict resolution still goes back to our beastly nature, as if religion and God doesn't exist? Mm-hmm. Like, how does that happen?
Still to this day.
Yeah. Like if religion, like what would be the number one thing? All right, we got to prioritize. We can't impact everything. What should we focus on? If we're going to have control of these group of people, what would be the best way to control them? What would be the best thing to focus on? Hey, let's figure out how they can resolve conflict. Mm-hmm. But what did we talk about in the beginning of the show? Everything thrives off chaos. Countries make money off of chaos. Businesses make money off when there's chaos. People are easily controlled when there's chaos. People will justify buying a whole bunch of BS and clearing out Target and all the supermarkets when you think that, there's going to be something happening. So we run out of toilet paper because there's a virus going around. Like all of these different things are impacted in ways that the foundation is just creating the chaos. And because we have no way of getting out of that chaos, we don't use religion. We don't rely on religion. When 2020 happens, we didn't pray and be one with the earth. No, we listened to Anthony Fauci and put some BS in our arm. Yeah. Like it had nothing. Oh man, when that religious stuff is out the window, you can forget all that prayers. I need to go get a shot. Yeah. It's just all convenient. Like
it's like it moves. It's like, oh yeah, when everything's cool, calm, that's what we on. Yeah. When it's chaotic, I'm on what everybody tell me to be on.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right. So it's where we are. It's where we are. Shoot, let me play this video. Let's go through this video because I feel like a lot of the things in these videos are stuff that we're touching on now. Mm-hmm. And I see y'all in the comments. We're gonna try to keep up with y'all as much as we can. And so hold on. Somebody corrected my historical reference. No, it's not the same. Look up the Sullivan-Clinton campaign. The Iroquois broke treaty and sided with Britain, massacring towns in New York and PA. Well, that sounds pretty one-sided. I'm pretty sure that if do you think the Iroquois would have a different recollection? Most of the history that we tend to become indoctrinated with, or that we just buy into as truth, it's funny how it all comes from the American perspective and paints us in a very heroic way. And it's kind of we're reminded by that when we see what's going on between Israel and Palestine. Israel is painted in a very heroic way. How you can commit a genocide and still be the victims. How you can be in total power but still be the victims, and paint yourself in a very favorable way. Like I'm sure history will tell about the conflict between Israel and Palestine 100, 200 years from now, just like 80 years ago, or just like when we grew up watching the TV. How did we look at the TV and see people throwing pebbles in dirty clothes in neighborhoods that have been bombed? How did we look at them as the bad guys, but the people with the guns going in there dropping bombs as the good guys? So with respect to what you're saying, look up the Sullivan Clinton campaign. Who am I looking it up by? Who was it written by? Who's the history that I'm going to look it up? Like, who wrote that history? Who told that story? And what's so funny about it is, we had a treaty with them for many years. They saw a weakness, the revolution, and tried to sneak attack us. This sounds very Israeli-Palestine, actually. Here you have the group that came in and colonized and conquered and took people's land, now claiming to be the victim and saying they broke the peace treaty. This sounds very Bibi Netanyahu-ish. Like, I think you're kind of making the point. And obviously, I haven't researched these things, but just on the surface, everything that you're saying that it's totally different than what's going on in Israel, Palestine. Listen to what you just wrote. We had a treaty with them for many years. They saw a weakness. They saw a weakness in us with their bow and arrows while we had guns. Okay. They saw a weakness, the revolution, and tried to sneak attack us. They broke the treaty, I guess. They broke the treaty. It kind of sounds it doesn't sound a little Israeli-ish. We didn't take land, we bought it from them. Look how we got Manhattan. Bought it. So you don't think we took any land in America? You don't think any of this land, you think that all of the land was purchased? It's almost as if saying that, like, I guess here we go back to it. It's almost like saying that Britain owned Palestine, right? How does Britain own Palestine? Britain and a bunch of other European nations, they're the ones that gave Israel land that wasn't theirs, land that they didn't occupy, to another group of people. So all of this, they purchased it. They purchased it from who? The people that were living there? Or they purchased it from somebody that sold out the rest of their people? I don't know. So like I said, I'm just making some connections on the fly as what you're presenting, because it sounds like the same playbook being run over there that was ran over here. And then 100, 200, 300, 400 years later, just like with the Bible, they may change a little bit. They may translate. This translation may be a little bit different, right? So seems to be the same playbook over and over, but maybe I'm wrong. So it says later we did because the separate Indian tribes allied and literally waged war against us. You are citing a one-sided, incomplete knowledge of the history. So feel free to give us the full history. Give us the full history. What was one-sided about that I stated? The fact that Europeans came over to a land that wasn't theirs and colonized it? BK, do you have a different understanding of?
That's how I know history.
Am I missing something?
Yeah, that's how I know.
And then you're going to reference what? Books written by Europeans that tell the history of the struggle between Europeans and Indians? That's what you're going to give me the history of? It's like people trying to prove me that the Bible's right by quoting the Bible. It's like, yo, the Bible's right. Look, it says it in Genesis verse 1, 2. It's like, you can't prove to me the Bible is right by citing the Bible. Like, that's like me proving to you that I'm telling you the truth by me telling you I'm telling you the truth. So I don't know. It just seems pretty convenient, our history. But let's get into this video. Interesting conversation. I think this was Megyn Kelly and Jillian Michaels. So they're talking about Nick Fuentes becoming
Jillian Michaels, the old Biggest Loser.
Yeah. She's an interesting one. You know, she's been in politics now.
Had no idea. This is the
yeah,
first time
she's definitely in politics now, heavy. Let's take a listen.
Like, who are the real enemies? Like, this whole tour has had, it's not a Paul, but it's had the memory, the thought of Charlie over it, in both a very positive way, like an inspirational way, but also, there's something obviously deeply sad about not having him here. He was supposed to be with us last night in Bakersfield. And the whole tour, we've talked about this rift within the right. We had Tucker, then we had Ben. And all I keep thinking to myself is, the other side is literally killing us. Can we please keep our eye on the ball? Like, that's who the enemy is. The enemy is the radical left that is radicalizing young men so much to the point where they feel they had no other options but to start killing us. That's the problem. Let's keep our eyes on that one.
Who's what kind of Villanova ass shit is this?
Yeah.
Who's
Like, these people are a problem, bro. I haven't
the victim shit?
I've been looking at Megyn Kelly.
I don't even know.
Like, I didn't really know much about her probably before a year or two ago. And she was cool, but lately, over this Charlie Kirk and just over the last couple months, I guess, when it comes to the whole Israel-Palestine thing, I don't know what she's talking about. And she's just showing that she's the problem. The enemy is the left. Like, you know too much about politics. Like, you and I, BK, can sit back and say, like, looking at politics as if it's a war between the left and the right doesn't really make sense for the actual people. It only makes sense for the people that profit off of us going to war.
Yeah, you don't need me to tell you this, dumb.
Right. So, Megyn Kelly, why would you even say these things? Like, why are you trying to, like, create this war? Like, no, the battle isn't between, the conservatives. We shouldn't be debating our points and debating our principles. The battle is those evil lefties. Like, it's so goofy how a lot of these influencers use their influence to just create further division, to feed more into these wars. She is a chaos agent. Oh, matter of fact, somebody just wrote it. Agents. Yeah, it's a fact. Soldier Solrak just wrote it. She's an agent of chaos. Like, this is all this is. Like, listen to what she just said. Like, what adult speaks like this when you're trying to create a resolution or something?
The other side is literally killing us. The whole tour, we've talked about this rift within the right. We had Tucker, then we had Ben. And all I keep thinking to myself is, the other side is literally killing us. Can we please keep our eye on the ball? Like, that's who the enemy is. The enemy is the radical left that is radicalizing young men so much to the point where they feel they had no other options but to start killing us. That's the problem. Let's keep our eyes on that one.
The same people are paying both sides to be radical. The money, like, literally the same people are putting money, the same people that are putting money behind Megyn Kelly, they want to put money behind the person on the other side, on the left side, to spew the same thing about Megyn Kelly and how the right is violent and how the right makes all these attacks. And it's the same thing.
I mean, that was the play in how a lot of countries were able to be colonized.
Elaborate. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, like in the sense of just like, I remember reading when the transatlantic slave trade was happening. It was when there was obviously already fighting in these countries, and by navigating and providing weapons to both sides and supporting both sides allowed them to actually, it became easier to colonize the people that were captured by the other side and enslave them. So that strategy is exactly what we're seeing here. Let's keep making them look like they the Cowboys, and you keep making them look like the Giants, and then we gonna be on both sides of it at the end of the day, because politics can hide behind both sides. It doesn't have to identify as one side of the people or the other. Politics is the only time that all people can be, quote unquote, governed or celebrated within politics. So Yeah, it's the same strategy. Who's trying to? Who is she even talking?
Yeah,
about?
like stop with the fear mongering, like creating the chaos. Now
Yeah.
they think that, oh, we got to get our guns now. We got to kill them before. You're just stoking a fire that doesn't need to be stoked. Like this,
That's childish. They're
and
killing our
and
men,
we fall for it.
our
We fall for
boys. Yeah, they're killing our men. They're killing our boys. Like, what are you talking about? Like, oh my God, didn't nobody? Yeah, I see what you're saying here.
it.
The
We don't
fear
keep it-
tactics,
Yeah,
running that angle, making it seem like they're attacking you when they're not. Like that's. I mean, don't they say black folks do it all the time? Nobody's holding you back.
yeah.
You guys are in your own way. You're in your own head. So what the hell is this shit?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds similar to me. Ain't nobody trying to come get the guys and like y'all think y'all it's up like that. Y'all think it's that turn. Listen to these women talk. Yeah, it does.
I'll be honest, yo. I didn't want to. I didn't, yo.
Thank you, Tube Savage. We didn't want to say it, but I don't even know why you representing. Like this ain't even for you, for real, for real. I wouldn't expect two guys to be sitting there talking about issues amongst. Okay, you know what? Let me stay in my lane. It's Thanksgiving. Let me get thanks.
It just sounds very. It sounds very emotional. It sounds very like knock it off, bro. Like no, like it's like stop. But we're gonna keep listening though.
Yeah,
I agree, but I would warn, and I know this is not a popular position, and I appreciate. I think you and I both want the same thing. We want, honestly, to never have Gavin Newsom be president. Let's just
Yes.
oh my God. They're like, hello, California, you know what I mean? And my concern, your concern is we have to hold everyone together to get there. My concern is that people who are a bit more moderate are deeply alarmed by Nick Fuentes.
He's not part of the coalition.
And that's what I think needs to be said. As often as possible, this is not what it means to be a conservative.
No, it isn't.
Nobody cares. Like this is like some old head shit. Like you're not a part of our group. Like this is some young kid shit. This is at the lunch table. You can't sit here. You're not a part of the cool kids. Yo, y'all realize this is why he's so popular?
Yeah, y'all shouldn't even.
It's like y'all don't realize this is why even when he says certain things like women shouldn't be in politics.
Oh,
No. This is why he gets a lot of people to back it, because you have conversations like this. This is why a lot of people may not say like, man, he probably shouldn't say that. But I mean, even deep down, you may have those thoughts as well. I don't want to go that route. I've expressed that before. Just for the conversation, it doesn't matter to me. I just think that men should be stepping up more in a lot of these leadership positions and leading in a better way. Period.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean?
They don't feel the need to get on a podcast and talk about what
and try to gatekeep conservatism as if y'all control it. Oh, so whatever y'all say is conservative, that's what's rocking. Megyn Kelly, I'm pretty sure that a lot more people are following Nick Fuentes than you. I'm pretty sure that a lot more people agree when it comes to the policies of Nick Fuentes than Megyn Kelly. And they did this stuff with Andrew Tate as well, where they always tried to talk about the worst parts of Andrew Tate. They tried to criticize his personality, talk about how he made money, all these different things, but they never criticized what he was actually saying. They never addressed why he was becoming so popular, because we have an issue of y'all trying to say there's toxic masculinity. No, there's toxic femininity. That's what's really the problem. They never were able to address the things that made Andrew Tate popular. All they tried to do was tarnish his character, and they do the same thing with Nick Fuentes, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. All you do is create more people that want to follow them. So, unless I'm off when it comes to that, but that's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I mean that's spot on. Like, I don't understand why. Like, go have don't talk to us on a pod. Go have the convo with him. Go
Yeah.
say all that
Yeah.
to him. Like, we're not even leading by example so that people don't respond radically. You keep talking ish about somebody, you keep talking shit, and then they just get to a point where they just pop off. Well, I'm not justifying the radical's response to it, but you keep talking shit like politics is the only place where you just allowed to talk shit and can't nobody punch you in your mouth. Can't nobody say nothing. Like, why don't we get in the room, the octagon, in debate? Have the conversation. Don't go pandering to your community. Don't sell them tickets to come see you speak. Don't do all that. Just go hit his PR, hit his publicist, publicly have the convo. I don't need to see Jillian Michaels from The Biggest Loser. Why don't you sell tickets to speak to Nick Fuentes and come with all that energy that you have when you're not around? Politics just shows me cowardness. It's the only place you can talk shit and hide your hand when you throw some.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants to have the convo. Go debate him. It ain't hard. He ain't hard to find, like Dion said. I ain't hard to find.
I ain't hard to find.
He ain't walking away from no convos, but like, I don't understand. Like you say, when you see the Tate situation, you see the Kevin Samuels situation, like, these people gain their followings and their momentum and their beliefs, and y'all's way of responding to them is to try to do the opposite to your people so that your people can be against their people, and then you wonder why you have no control of people's responses. If the people that you are leading, quote unquote, don't align with the people they're leading, and they saw y'all have that conversation, then maybe they would fall more in love with how you operate if they saw you go stand on the business that you claim to want to solve. All y'all doing is teaching people how to talk shit behind closed doors, don't want to have these debates, don't want to have these conversations with the people, and then y'all talk about how they're attacking us. No, because nobody from the left had the conversation with the motherfucker from the right to let him know how we turn here. We can have these conversations, and we gonna have him, and we gonna dismantle your argument. Y'all don't publicly have the conversations, so your people go handle the situation based on how it affects them emotionally, which is the issue. It's childish. When you don't explain the conversation at hand, if your parents get in an altercation and the other parents are in an altercation with you, but your parents don't explain and have the conversation with those other people publicly, guess what happens? The kids, it's up for the kids. When they see the other kids' family, they ready to light it on fire. But it's because the parents didn't sit there and have that amicable discussion so that we don't have to get to a place where other people are getting so moved and emotional about it that they respond the way they respond. It's your tactics that has people jumping out the window and crashing out doing this stuff. Because all y'all do is don't talk to each other. You talk to the crowd. The fuck am I going to do about your shit? You got a problem with Nick? Go tell him. You keep talking to the people and then wonder why they crash out for you. They're not killing you. It's because you keep talking shit to them. You keep talking to the people on a podcast, then talking to Nick, and then you're mad that the people crash. Then quit fucking with them. Leave them out of the conversation if you don't want their opinions. That's how you do it, politics. Close the door like you do with the truth. Don't act like y'all don't know how to hide shit now. Y'all know how to tuck shit all everywhere. Every crevice in the house, y'all know how to hide shit. But then these conversations, so of course I'm going to think you guys are inciting this shit on purpose because you know the response to talking shit. Mm-hmm. This ain't new to us. We know if you talk shit about somebody, they might spin. But you keep doing it and keep saying the left is crazy. Dog, you are speaking to a group of people that are not involved in politics, meaning most likely this is their life you are speaking about. They will be emotional about it. Quit acting like they're weird for that. It's weird for you to speak about other people's lives and not willing to go stand on the business that the people that you claim are radical are doing. I think it's weird for you not to align with Nick and not go check it. But you telling me on a podcast that you care. So caring becomes, let me grab my mic and speak to Jillian Michaels? That's the answer. That's the answer to keep Nick Fuentes down. Let me speak to my people in a pod. That shit, it's ridiculous. So lost, so corrupted themselves. Don't know how to address these, but these are the people that get in arguments with their best friends and don't talk to them and don't know how to address the conversation. Those are the people in politics who will ghost their parents for 5 years because they don't want to speak about a particular topic. These are the people that don't know conflict resolution themselves. So politics fits perfect for them. The mean girl stuff, like you said, yeah. You know what the mean girl, that's what it is. It's childish behavior. Go communicate to the person that you have an issue with. Politicians, I promise you, you will save a lot of lives, a lot of tax dollars, and a lot of crashing out if you guys just went and spoke to the people that y'all had smoke with, left and right. But you keep speaking to the news outlets and you keep speaking to people on live podcasts about politics and mad that they're crashing out about their life. Mm-hmm. I think you're silly for thinking they wouldn't. I think every time we see radical behavior, it should bring it to it should bring it to realization how you got to move in these places accordingly. It's their life. I understand it's not sure you're getting that dollar to hush. It's their life. Why are y'all so confused? Why they spinning? But I don't know.
Well, to your point, this is giving off like 50-year-olds giving off 14-year-old Valley Girl energy. This is no different in high school. Just like, well, you can't be friends with them. Like why are you arguing with them? Like they're the ones that are over. Yeah. It's like, wait, what? Like this is feeding into everything that we're trying to avoid. Mm-hmm. You guys are on a pod trying to rile people up rather than actually being willing, like you said, to sit down with Nick Fuentes, debate certain issues. You guys are the ones that are sitting here. Like, think about this. 50-year-old women, and I don't know how old they are. I'm assuming
they got to be 50.
Yeah,
we 40.
Right. So 50-year-old women, right? 50-year-old women who are telling us that, oh, it's them. They're the evil left. And Nick Fuentes is the one sitting here as a 27-year-old saying, like, look, it's not about left versus right. Like, I'll work with people on the left. I just want to prioritize America. I just don't want this Israeli influence. I don't want these Jewish American influences that are overwhelmingly dominating our politicians and influence them in ways that don't benefit America. How is he the one that's 27 years old and these are the 50-year-olds? And it's because it's the same power play, what we've been talking about the whole time on this show. When people are in positions, this is why old heads don't want to relinquish a lot of power at times. They don't want to do things a different way because they're scared that other people will have an opportunity to gain power if things are changed. Mm-hmm. Perhaps this is, some of the parts of conservative nature. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't want things to change because I'm doing well here. Mm-hmm. I don't want things to change. And when it comes to certain things like that, obviously certain things need to change. We need to adopt a new mindset. Things are not moving in a positive direction when it comes to how we look at politics. And when I say positive, negative, or positive direction, I'm not talking about good versus bad. I'm saying, hey, is this benefiting America? Are Americans feeling like we are having a positive experience in America? Or are the people that are trying to get us to hate each other and fight each other, do they seem to be living better lives than us? Why are the people that try to get us to hate each other living better lives compared to the people that are trying to bring people together and saying that they're cool with uniting and putting America first? Why are those the ones that you either cancel or just aren't doing well at all compared to a Megyn Kelly, what she's willing to do? What mature thought is she bringing to the table right now in this discussion?
I mean, just like you said, it's just radical, inciting violence, conversation, and speaking. You're not even handling it like a real OG would. Yeah. You're not even handling it like an old head. Like, we're just interested, like you're matching the violence with violence conversation. Mm-hmm. Like, you're talking about how radical they are, but you are legitimately inciting that kind of conversation. Like, if you don't want it to go left, then maybe don't speak left. Just speak in it to a sense where if you truly want people to move forward and not respond radically, then maybe have a conversation that isn't radical.
Right.
Like, I shouldn't have to teach you this.
Right.
So it makes it clear that you know what you're doing. So when shit pops off and cats get to spinning, I don't want you to have your eyebrows high and tell me, oh my God, they're so out of control. Well, oh my God, I was talking shit all the time, and I never decided to just sit down with somebody to get their perspective. And then we realize we have a lot more in common, especially when our common ground is that we want America in a space where they're happy. How can y'all not, you guys can't find a way to connect on that? And so it's almost like the way I see these kind of responding happening and the way that they operate, it's like you see people, it's like when you see it's like the way that they describe a relationship, right? Like when there's a new dude coming through and he kind of in his bag, he's swaggy, but you the current dude.
Mm-hmm.
New dude coming through.
New kid at school.
New kid at school, and he got that shit on. He got that baccarat. He got them shoes on. He dressed the part. Fade always tapered. Nice teeth. He athletic. He got that swag. His mom dropped him off in the Escalade. But you, the current man, you see your girl kind of start choosing, like just being a little too friendly. What you start doing? Hating. What you start doing? You start finding a way to discredit him so that they're not attracted to him because you insecure that what you've been bringing to the table may not be able to keep what you currently got. So my way of keeping her is by discrediting him. But if you really that guy, you should be able to walk in a room when they got that shit on, and you should be already in a place where you know she ain't moving off none of that because you're him. But when you're not him, your way is to discredit who you think is him. So you fucking with Nick, to be honest, you see motion. You wouldn't address it if he wasn't standing on nothing. He not brainwashing nobody, no different than whatever y'all are doing. Sitting up on a podcast, running your mouth, seeing if it's gonna help. If that's the strategy, then shit, everybody's susceptible to more brainwash. If listening is the requirement, and that's it. Hell, you go to school, teacher teaching what she teaching, brainwash. So we're not gonna act like we can't just put him there. That's not gonna win it independently. You gotta tell me why. But y'all never tell me why. Y'all talk about his outfit, talk about his hair, talk about all the things. Like you said, you talk about all these things, but you're not discrediting the argument. So it's just like when you get to a place where all you're saying is things that aren't pulling no data, it's not necessarily invested in not shots or making people look just stand on business. Talk about what the argument is. But I don't see that. So all this shows is the new dude from the school around the way transfer. He just walked into class. He sat next to your girl. You in the back. You've been with your girl for a minute, and now you see your girl he asked, can he borrow a pencil? You don't like that shit.
She chose it.
They talking a little too much, and you getting insecure, and your way of stopping it is by discrediting it or doing that. Come with your energy. Come with your best fit next time. That's the problem with the tradition. It's not. That's the problem with the politics. It's old. It's an old outfit, bro. We're not wearing that no more. The outfit is no longer what it's not in play no more. We not wearing the do-rag with the flap no more.
No more.
No more. We don't want none of that. You need to update the wardrobe. This old style way of playing politics loses. So you old heads can keep clowning the new cats and saying they never gonna understand. All you want, we ain't off none of that. Mm-hmm. That ain't enough. That ain't working because they don't have trust in y'all. That's why y'all have fear. That's why y'all scared. Where that faith at? Y'all ain't got no faith. You don't have faith that the truth will prevail. That honesty. Why y'all get so shook when somebody who comes through a line? But if you standing in faith, I thought you had nothing to be concerned about. I thought you had nothing to. What happened? Every time I just see insecurity. I see no faith. But you keep telling me you believe what you believing in. What you being conservative for? It shows insecurity. I don't have faith. I'm just scared if when shit all ends, I don't know where I'm gonna go. So I'm just gonna put this one in my back pocket just in case. You know what I mean? So when I get up there, I could be like, look, man, I ain't know for real. You ain't really give me no signal. I just want to keep this joint on the side just in case. Man, he ain't trying to hear none of that. If you're not all the way in, if you're not willing to spin, if you're not willing to die, if you're not willing to walk by faith and not by fear, you're not getting in. I don't know why y'all think y'all can have this half-ass token to get into these places that y'all believe y'all are going. It is not the definition of faith. I promise you. It is not. Faith, they ready to spend, they're ready to go. Like this life don't matter if they can't stand on the principles and morals that they believe in. Why on earth do you think that you can half-ass do that and make it somewhere? Your faith is embedded in fear. That's why you're trying so hard to keep things conservative, because you're scared as the truth keeps revealing itself, the light keeps being spread, and things are being exposed that your truth is not going to be able to stand in the same room as the truth. So you get offended. But if you standing in faith, what you shook of? When you know you him, when you shook of? Tom Brady ain't shook. Y'all don't look like these people. Michael Jordan wasn't shook. Kobe wasn't shook. You guys don't operate in this space where I just know you've practiced so much, you've lived so much in this space that no harm, no tongue shall form against. I'm not getting that energy. But who am I to speak, you know?
So this is what it sounds like.
Okay.
It sounds like, all right, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is what I'm hearing. Religion, a lot of people approach it like this. You go down to Miami, right? Remember how we used to go down to Miami to be like all these promoters saying like, you can get into this club. I could set you up here with this table, boom, boom, boom. They don't work directly for the club, but they present themselves as having some type of relationship that can get you a table, section, VIP, whatever at that club. Those are the pastors. Those are the preachers. Those are the reverends. Those are the priests. Rather than you talking directly to the club, you got this middleman. Now that you get to the club and you're trying to get in, and the guy said, oh, nah, as long as you get there before 11, you good. And the person who actually owns the club, the people that work directly for the club, they're like, nah, actually, you should have been here by 10. Don't know who told you that, but that's off. And now you're trying to get into the club. And this is how we look at religion, where talk to God. Stop trying to use or to, we've gate kept a lot of our relationship with God, in my opinion, where it's like, oh, you got to talk to with the pastor. You got to talk to the preacher. You got to listen to this interpretation. You can't just develop your own interpretation by meditating, like having a real conversation with God. God is so real. Why don't you talk to him? Why are you talking to somebody else that's telling you, oh, well, let me, God said to behave like this. And the very people that you're talking to, they benefit from you behaving like whatever this is.
Just talk to him.
Like, just talk to God, bro. You should have just called the club. Now you at the club. You already gave the promoter your money.
Now you're looking funny.
You're looking bad outside the club. You got your people with you. They looking at you funny. You losing respect across the board when you could have just talked directly to the club. You could have just talked to the God.
And when you really start internalizing what you're saying, that, and you really start realizing, and we've had these conversations off air, God has given you everything you need to navigate this world.
Right.
Everything.
Leave him alone at this point.
Yeah, like
what more does God need to give us?
Like, you don't feel right when you do wrong. What else do y'all need? What else?
That's a big one, bro.
God
gave us that. God gave us the fact that when we do something wrong, we have a certain feeling that we know that we're doing something wrong. What else do we need other than that? Damn, I like that, bro.
There's nothing else. And believe me, he wouldn't make it this difficult to realize which religion you should believe in. But the one thing that is consistent through all people that believe in whatever religion they believe in is the mere fact right feels right and wrong feels wrong. Your response to it is up to you. But don't use my name when you go do some dumb shit. Don't go spin and say it's because I'm conservative and I want to. Nah. You put your name on the what you did. Y'all done tainted the brand. Y'all done did everything to the brand. Y'all done put it everywhere. Y'all done spin and said it was on me. You done killed and said it was on me. You done burned cats and said it was on me. You done hung them and said it was on me. Y'all done stole somebody's land and said it's on me. I'm not even here to defend myself at this point. Y'all cats down there, I done gave y'all what y'all need, and y'all done just drug my name through the mud. And for the one, and y'all in the back who say y'all believe, y'all let their asses do the shit.
Y'all know this wasn't right.
Y'all know that ain't right. So how y'all gonna say, how both y'all say y'all believers? You say you believe in you spinning, and you say you believe in you letting them spin. So who I'm supposed to take in this motherfucker? Ain't nobody going. Whole class, sit down. That's what it feel like. You know,
whole class, everybody. No recess for none of y'all.
Ain't nobody going up top. Y'all sit y'all asses down, think about the hell y'all got going on over here. You know when your teacher come back after a substitute teacher was there? And the sub leave notes?
People been acting bad, they ain't do their work. So y'all know how y'all supposed to act.
Teacher come in the door. Hey, what's going on? I leave for one day. I left for a lifetime. I left y'all what y'all needed to be successful. I left you a study guide. I left you your homework. I told y'all I was going to be out of town. And look what y'all get to doing down here, acting a fucking fool. BB, what you doing? What are you doing? You're one of the worst ones. We talked about this. Look at you over there. Y'all conservative. What are you thinking? Do you think this aligns with me? Did you read the book and then y'all made another one? Y'all went ahead and made part 2? Was I there? Oh, y'all just thought y'all just switch it up. Wait, who gave y'all authority to be changing what I wrote? Who gave you the authority to change the story?
Using my stamp.
And then you put my name on it. That's my name. That's my brand. How dare you sit up here and run that play? And now look what done happened. A place that was perfect. And y'all done, look what y'all have done in the name of me. And so one of y'all thought y'all was better. You thought you was better than people in the Middle East? You the one killing cats. You thought you was better. Or you thought you was better. Y'all better get out my face. Every last one of y'all, sit y'all asses down. Ain't nobody going nowhere. I want silence in my classroom. For the people that know better, this should teach you a lesson to speak up when you know better. And for the people that didn't know, you're going to learn today. Ain't none of y'all getting in this motherfucker. Y'all done acted a damn fool. Now, where Gandhi at? Come on.
We're going to flood this whole thing, man. I'm mad. We're going to flood this thing.
Right. And where Gandhi at? Come on, let's go.
Where Gandhi at? Yeah. Yeah. So tell me what you think about this. So Danny wrote, shout out to Danny, because I appreciate this comment. I know you wrote it a few minutes ago, about 15 minutes ago. And he wrote, has anyone ever thought this could be a worldwide plan among elites to F things up so bad that the population turns to a means, socialism, et cetera, that allows tighter control? I think this has always been the play. This is the play with anything. Think about it, even from a job standpoint. When you get a corporation, the people at the top, the people in that C-suite, they're talking about how they can control their people underneath them. When you look at a football team, the people that are sitting in that office and the GMs and the owners, and they're saying, well, how's this person performing? Everything that they're doing is trying to control the people to buy into whatever it is that they want to do. Their strategy of becoming successful, they want their employees to buy into it. And then once they buy into it, then they have more control. They have all these things. So now whatever they're trying to push to them, whether it's socialism, whether it's capitalism across the board, they're trying to get people to buy into something. So the elites are just trying to figure out different ways. What's the best strategy for me to control this group of people? Because the goal is to control them. When I can control a group of people, then I can manipulate them in any direction I need to at that particular time in order to benefit. So of course, it's always been about this. Look at any group of elites. Look at any government system. That's the entire goal of it. They want to. How do I know that I need? Let me give an example. Why did Marjorie Taylor Greene get security? Do you think more or less people got security after Charlie Kirk was assassinated? You create a need for a particular service that you want to provide. I'm sure that a lot of people who do security got phone calls. If you work with politicians and maybe former Secret Service people, got phone calls after Charlie Kirk's assassination saying, hey, we need security. Yeah, that's when you take measures. So you have to create chaos to show people that they need you. You have to say that, hey, it's not enough to say, hey, if you live this way, you can get into heaven. They knew that that wasn't enough. They had to create a far darker alternative and say, well, not only are you not going to get into heaven, but you're going to hell. That's the chaos that's created in order to get people to choose a black and white decision. They create chaos so people can make decisions quicker, so people can operate more in survival mode.
Yeah, it's like a sales tactic. Like
it's exactly sales. How can I sell you okay? Yeah. If we're living in a city where you need a car, then obviously I'm going to figure out a way to sell you a car. Like there's a problem there. Now, if we live in a neighborhood where everybody bikes, then okay, it's probably best for me to sell bikes because that's the supply and demand. You know, that's the issue. In order for me to sell something, I have to create a problem. If I'm big pharma sitting around here like, damn, how can I sell pharmaceuticals? Well, let me create a problem. Let me figure out Maya, I just heard. So Maya has I think, what is it? Lyme. She struggles with Lyme's disease sometimes, or something like that.
Lyme disease, yeah.
And I just heard yesterday that they were saying that Lyme's disease, this infectious disease or FDA guy, he was saying that was created in a lab in like Long Island or somewhere. And he was talking about how a lot of these diseases, like the one in 2020, he was saying how he mentioned AIDS. And he was saying that his opinion, now he wasn't as locked in on that one, but does any of this surprise us? You create chaos and then you benefit from the chaos.
I mean, it's hand sanitizer, mask on, mask off, future. Like, yeah, like you just turn it up a little bit. Like you sell it, bro. It's a whole, when you gotta sell the joint. Oh, if you don't, like you said in salesperson, if I create the problem, or if you don't have this, man, you're going to be struggling. It's going to be super cold outside. It's going to be this. So you really need this. Like you can walk by and these cats will sell you everything. And that's what they're doing to us. They sold us the need to have to buy homes and look who benefit. They sold us the need to have grocery stores. Now we don't know how to, they sold us the need that we need iPhones. Like we've come completely dependent as the people, so that these corporations can make more money. But then when we seen that documentary, What the Health, the same people that were allegedly promoting health were in the bed with the people that had the nonprofits that were going against this. So like the cigarette people were in the beds with the people that were saying don't smoke. The food people, the diabetes people were accepting funding. FDA were accepting funding for the things that create cancer. Hold up, and they whistleblow this stuff. What we do? We got to force their hand. They keep running this play. We ain't even making it hard to run it. It's like somebody hitting the same right to left crossover, and y'all falling for it every time. If we united, bro, it's up. Don't let them fool you calling this shit United States, but we ain't united. What part of us united? We turned. We mad. We left, right? Nah. It's opposite. They selling you the American dream, but not giving it to you. They're not even making it reasonable. Everything is some sales tactic. Oh, the immigrants, it's the free land of the free. But then you let them in, then you don't want them in. Hold up. What's going on? We don't know what y'all want. So it's crazy to see how this chaos is so beneficial to the people. That's why you just can't get too emotional and passionate about who you think is your op, because you just don't know whether or not they your op because if they know the truth, or whether or not they your op because they know a lie. Mm-hmm. That you may have no smoke with these people, but if they keep giving you one side like we've done in history, go put these people have conflict already, well, we're going to go supply this tribe with the guns. Then turn around, well, we're going to go supply this tribe with the guns. Let them hash it out. Cats is getting prisoners and getting captured. Then all of a sudden, here we come. Put them in shackles. Let's get them out of here. And you benefiting from both sides.
That's literally what we did in the Middle East.
That's what we did. And our hands are clean. We didn't have to commit the murder of the genocide. We just supported it. Then wonder why we can't get it together. You ain't even acknowledge you had a problem.
Yeah.
You ain't acknowledging it. So you got to acknowledge where the mistake may have been. We human, we can make them. But when is it offensive to tell somebody of what they've done to you? When do you become the victim because I speak of what you've done? Where does that narcissistic behavior come from? That manipulation? Because when we hear it in relationships, we so quick to call it gaslighting. Mm-hmm. Well, look how much gas we lighting there. Mm-hmm. Don't talk about what we did to y'all because that was in the past. Go date somebody that acts like that. See how long that relationship lasts. That shit don't make no sense. These are just practical, simple, basic principles for human successful contributing in the same space. I shouldn't have to teach a bunch of old ass people in their 50s and up how to fucking navigate a planet that y'all have 10 years on me in. The young generation shouldn't have to come teach you how to structure this shit. Y'all so used to talking shit, being this, oh, well, you don't fall in line with this, or you don't believe in this, we're going to shun you. We ain't off none of that dumb shit no more. That shit was stupid then, and it's stupid now. All of y'all got to get the hell out the way. We not off none of that. Our politics look different now. The conversations look different now. The people we put in charge look different now. We don't care how many suits they put on. We don't care how much they comb their hair to the side. We don't care how much they smile and look into the camera. We ain't falling for no more salesmen in this space. The young cats are aware of the shit. They're not falling for the same bamboozle y'all did. And you got to accept that. Don't try to put them in a box. Don't try to call them names. Don't say they're trying to kill us out there. We don't want to hear none of that. Y'all put these fancy clothes on and lie to the people, and they tired of being lied to. Then we find out y'all getting a little something on the back end under the table. We not off none of the bullshit. You can't dress your way. You can't sell me no more. We moving differently. We have freedom. We able to speak on these pods. We able to put this truth outside. You can't put this shit on the news. This ain't no CNN. Get out of here. MSN, get out. We ain't off not all that shit that's been controlled by the government. We don't want none of that shit, bro. We off all of that. Cats is handling shit in their apartment. They standing on principles. They standing on truth. And if you're not on that, you can't even hide that shit in religion. Get that religion out of here. If your religion means that you got to put somebody on a poster, you got to hang somebody, you got to kill somebody, we ain't believing that, and we ain't fucking with your God anyway. You go chop it up with that guy. We gonna create our own shit that stands on morals and principles, that feels right with what God gave us, that we don't have to sleep with one eye open, that we don't have to dodge and duck, the one that makes us feel inspired, healthy, happy, not depressed, dark, overweight, in the system, popping pills. It's not spending time with our family, not knowing our family. We not copying y'all's blueprint. Y'all failed us. And so now we got to go fit. We starting to put the pieces up together. It's taking time, but I know one thing: y'all gonna have to get the fuck out the way, because we don't trust anybody that look like y'all with that same age. We gonna be racist too. If you older and you up in a suit and you telling me what I need to do for my life, I ain't fucking with you. And I don't even care what color you are.
We clipping that up, Glay. We clipping that up, Glay. We clipping that up. We're going to do a whole monologue and we're going to clip that up, Glay. Yeah, I love it. I love it. And hold up, you're not done yet, because I feel like you're getting ready to address something that Critical wrote. But I just wanted to acknowledge what Soldier wrote. Soldier wrote, y'all cooking this morning. Give thanks. Praise y'all. Praise y'all as well, man.
Thank you, Soldier. Shout out to you, Soldier, for sure.
Facts. So you wrote, we have freedom. And then Critical wrote, do you? Or do you have the illusion of freedom? Okay. You don't have rights anymore. You have privileges. Without rights, do you really have freedom? This is how I look at it. I have the freedom to do whatever I feel like doing right now. I have the freedom. I don't look for the government to give me rights, to give me freedom, to give me all these things. These are godly. These are godly freedoms. You have the free will to do whatever it is that you want to do. Now, if that doesn't align with the structure of your government, and if you want to do certain things that you feel are the right things to do, and let's say you have to get locked up, you have to be in prison, you have to, yeah, that's what a lot of our heroes did. That's what Nelson Mandela did. So you have the freedom to operate in whatever way that you choose to operate. People just don't like the consequences that comes with a lot of that. And freedom is usually something that you have to stand on and earn, not something that you just sit back and people give it to you. What did Malcolm X say? He said that unless you're willing to die for something, then you should remove freedom out of your system. We're not willing to give anything up right now. We live in the most privileged time right now. But if you looked at society and if you heard the voices of the people and what we're complaining about, it would almost sound like we're living in the most oppressive state that we've ever lived in humanity. And it's because we live in such privilege right now. Back 100 years ago, Black people in America complain less probably than Black people complaining now.
And we had a lot more uphill battles to do.
And they had a lot more stuff. Grandma, granddad, great-grandma, great-granddad, they complain less than we complain now. And look at the lives that they were living compared to what we have. What struggle do we actually have? We get up on here and talk about the very group of people that we believe that is controlling our government. We believe that there's a lot of Israel, the things that we call out, that a lot of those wealthy, powerful people that are willing to go to whatever lengths that they want to get somebody out of here, we're still able to jump on YouTube and have the conversation with y'all. Now, certain things may come back our way because we're willing to exercise those freedoms, but everything comes with a cost. Everything comes with a cost. So we determine what our freedom is. We determine what our ability is. God gave us everything. God gave us the ability to change certain things. And perhaps the other people that use their freedoms to do a lot of these negative things, like BK was saying earlier, perhaps it's on us, the people in the back that don't say anything, to stand up for our God and our principles the same way they did, to create an environment that is more aligned with how we want to live. Because they exercise their freedoms to do evil. That doesn't mean we can't exercise our freedom to do good, to bring positive.
You can match it.
So I don't look for Governor Shapiro to tell me that I'm free to wear my hair the whatever way that I want to wear it, that I can't be discriminated. I didn't look for Governor Shapiro to do that. I'm going to wear my hair however I feel like wearing my hair, regardless. I'm not looking for a government. I'm not looking for a pastor. I'm not looking for a political commentator like Megyn Kelly to give me a pat on the back and tell me that, hey, this is you got your freedom now. It's okay for you to say this. No, I'm willing to take on. I'm standing on what I stand on, and whatever comes with it, comes with it. That's life. That's life. So I want to get to this clip real quick.
Yeah, I've been wanting to hear him. You told me he popped off.
Because this is the one where I love this. I don't know who this guy is that called him out. Hold on, let me see if I can find his name. He went on BBC. So it's somebody from BBC. I don't know this gentleman's name. We need to find this gentleman's name.
But just the reason why I'm playing this is because think about how they always talk about Nick Fuentes. And I want to go back to that clip. I kind of want to go back and finish a couple minutes of the Megyn Kelly, but you guys just take my word for it. What I always see them doing when it comes to Nick Fuentes is they always say, well, he's a despicable person. He's a racist. He's an anti-Semite. He says the N-word and derogatory words about other people. But it's always about trying to use black people to prove that somebody's racist, while the black people are sitting there like, nah, bro, don't use me. Tell me how he's racist to you. Stop making it about me. Stop trying to make money off of my victimhood. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Stop trying to do that. So you see people, whether it comes to Nick Fuentes, when it comes to whoever else, they always try to convince people by saying, well, he said this about black people, so therefore he's clearly a bad person. You don't not rock with him because of anything that he said about black people. There's plenty of people in the conservative movement that say all types of things about black people. You don't rock with him because he calls out Jewish people in Israel.
Yeah.
So stop trying to
it. Don't try to scapegoat it.
Yeah, stop trying to act like now you're standing up for black people all over.
Right. That's
like I see a lot of these conservatives do. Even Ben Shapiro said he says this about black people. Mark Levin, he says no. Say what he says about your people.
Your people, yeah.
You say what he says about your people, because we may not feel the same. And now you're trying to act like you're coming to our aid and as if you really care about these things. Stop it.
Inciting that violence.
You're inciting violence. You're inciting all these things, and more importantly, you're inciting ignorance. You're inciting ignorance, and that's where a lot of this violence stems from. Because you get ignorant people that are upset, that are mad, that are frustrated, and you get them to crash out and act as if they're doing something heroic because they're on your side, and it doesn't work that way.
That's it.
Here we'll have Nick Fuentes being canceled. What's the worst thing that Nick Fuentes said? What's the worst thing that Nick Fuentes has said? Meanwhile, you got people like Mark Levin, Ben Shapiro that are calling for genocides and have been calling for it for a very long period in their career. So this video is of Ben Shapiro going on BBC. I don't know how long ago it was, but it looks like it was a few years ago, just based on him looking a bit younger. But let's take a look.
I've been trying to point out some of the things you've said that seem to me to help to stoke that anger. For example, you said Israelis like to build. Arabs like to bomb crap and live in open sewage.
Well, as I say in an article entitled, here's a list of all the giant, bad, dumb things I've ever said.
Was that dumb?
Well, yes, that's a dumb tweet. And not only, but it is also important to mention that the...
Let's bring it back. I just want to make sure that we're clear on it.
I've been trying to point out some of the things you've said that seem to me to help to stoke that anger. For example, you said Israelis like to build. Arabs like to bomb crap and live in open sewage.
So if Nick Fuentes says, when he says something about Jewish people and Israel that a lot of people actually believe is true, but you take offensive, we should cancel Nick Fuentes. But Ben Shapiro, he's allowed to categorize all Arabs, categorize all Palestinians, and hold them accountable for perhaps the radical actions of a chosen few. But when it comes to Jewish people, we're not supposed to do that. Tucker Carlson and Megyn Kelly, they want to make it all about Israel, but they don't want to acknowledge what Nick says when it says like, yo, this is bigger than an Israel problem. This is a Jewish cultural problem. It's not just Israel. It's a whole lot of people that have never been to Israel, aren't from Israel. This is a Jewish American issue, just like with AIPAC. Y'all say that that's not a foreign agent, so clearly they're Jewish Americans. But why is it so easy for us to categorize the when we're punching down on people, either black people or Arabs, Muslims? Why is it so easy for us to categorize them, but we got to walk on eggshells when we talk about Jewish people, when we talk about Israel, and just make sure that we're being very specific and saying, hey, we're not talking about the entire group. We're just talking about this particular thing in this particular area that we have a particular issue with. Everybody runs scared when it comes to these conversations. And that's what gives people like Ben Shapiro, Mark Levin, Randy Fine, the entitlement, the elitist mindset to where they think that they can say these crazy things about a group of people because they simply don't look like them and don't worship the same God that they worship. And they really just have this racist mindset. How else could you categorize the things that they say, their willingness to say it, the fact that they call out other people for saying it when it's about them, so they know that it's wrong, but they still feel that they have the green light to do these things because they think they're some type of chosen people. And a lot of people think they're chosen people. A lot of people think that when they get money that they can operate in a chosen people mindset. It just so happens that this is the Jewish culture. BK, my fault for rambling. But,
no, that was good. Keep. I want to keep more because that first clip I just heard was crazy.
I'm gonna keep it going.
Yeah.
Well, as I say in an article entitled, "Here's a list of all the giant, bad, dumb things I've ever said."
Was that dumb?
Well, yes, that's a dumb tweet. And not only, but it is also important to mention that the next few tweets clarify that that tweet is specifically referring to the Hamas leadership, which, by the way, a BBC I've seen is relatively reticent to condemn.
No, actually, it wasn't. What you went on to do and say, you are correct about the slur and Arabs. It's not all Arabs that want to live in open sewage and blow things up. It's just Palestinians, you went on to say.
No, it says the ones who take sides against Israel in the Israel-Palestinian conflict.
Population is rotten to the core, you went on to say. Not Hamas, the Palestinian Arab population.
It's when he's reading your lyrics and you still fighting the argument. That's like getting in an argument with your girl and I'm
reading the text. Like I'm just reading you what you wrote.
And you arguing with me about what you wrote. This is the first stage. This is just I know these people have dysfunctional relationships because they just dysfunctional humans. You know how difficult it is to just be around somebody who gonna argue with something that they wrote. But this has been politics. Same thing we talk about. What was it? Her name, is it Green?
Marjorie Taylor Greene and Thomas Massey. Yep.
What was the black woman that was arguing about the text about the wrong Jeffrey?
Oh, Jasmine
Crockett. That's the same thing. You just arguing to argue, and it's just like. You lose respect from the people that are not on your side. See, we're not, like we say, we're not fans of all y'all. Like we not. If what you say, I don't care what side of the party you on. If you say some dumb shit, left or right, I'm calling it out. I give a damn what side of politics you on. I'm not over infatuated like, oh, he's on the left or the right. Yeah, you sound interesting to me. That you're getting all involved in that. It's like when you go to these football games, it's like, oh my God, they lost, slam my... Bro, what's wrong with you?
You child.
You don't play. What the fuck are you doing? So when you getting all overly in these politics, fuck the left. You're not in politics. When you go find a purpose, this shit, y'all be the ones crashing out. Because if you had purpose, you wouldn't have time. You wouldn't have time to go spin on behalf of your political party. You wouldn't have time to go incite violence in comment sections. You wouldn't have time. You would have a family. You just wouldn't have time to do it. You would have to wake up and like go cook. Like you'd have to go to the gym. If your schedule was full, you wouldn't have time to be ready to crash out because somebody's on the left. I don't give a damn what side you're on. Because somebody's Christian or he's not Christian. But bro, I have purpose. When you have purpose and your schedule is full, you don't have time to get caught in what the person down the street is doing. I don't have time to be nosy Karen and looking through the window. Did you see what's her name? This is what happens. Y'all ain't got no time. So y'all get mad when Georgia Bulldogs lose. Y'all get mad when the Giants lose. Y'all get mad when the Cowboys lose. And y'all be the same people that be involved in politics spinning. Y'all, those are y'all. It's those people that get upset that Detroit is going to lose today. Be the same ones spinning in the comment section talking about, we can't stand her. We got to get rid of them. Get them out of here. Dog, re-fucking-lax. Go seek some therapy. Go get some alkaline water. Take a fucking walk. Get some sun. Get out the basement. Go get a man. Go get a woman. That makes you happy. Fuck are you doing? You don't think this shit is hella weird to just be so infatuated with everything outside of you? That shit is just like, you're losing your mind. And then when you notice politicians, all they are people that have just devoted their whole life to this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a career. You can get paid to lose your mind in that space.
Paid to manipulate, like agents of chaos, like Soldier said earlier.
Mm-hmm. So that's what ends up happening with these cats, and you like, damn, like, dog, fucking relax. Like, Ben, relax. Fuck is you on? Like, you just can't have a calm, relaxed conversation without saying somebody has to live in the sewer? Are you serious, bruh?
Yeah,
the worst thing they gave that dude was access to a fucking camera. Because now he can become everything that he wasn't when he was a little ass kid. He wasn't talking this shit when he was little. When he was younger, he waited till cameras came up and he can close doors and be turned and be the same person that walks through the street with his head down. That's what it takes to be a politician. If you can be a good coward, come into politics. Unbelievable. Disgraceful to say those type of things towards other people. I don't care if you believe them, not believe them. Like, you just having to say this wild shit, but then get mad when somebody put the burner on you. Mm-hmm. Like, to really be upset and mad when somebody come at you. Like, bro, you can't walk into the locker room cracking jokes and then you mad when somebody crack on your shoes, crack on your hairline. You out of pocket, bro. Get it together. I'm not getting moved by these people. These people done lost their mind. He definitely, I don't care what side he on. If you're on that side, whatever side he's on, I think you're a clown. Simply because your leader is a clown. He's got clown energy. He not standing all that shit he talk. I promise you, if you saw him outside, he don't act like that. It's a facade. He's turned because the camera's on. He knows he gets y'all going. Shit, Trump did it.
He's a bully. He's a line of bullies. You know, a lot of these little people that grew up feeling insecure, when they feel like they got the bully on their side, you see how they behave.
Yeah, chest out, talking shit, blah, blah. Like, when he go to the Breakfast Club, he ain't saying all that shit he be talking about black people when he out the Breakfast Club.
Mm-hmm.
He not ready for all that. Go watch, when you watch the episode, you be like, damn, he's a really nice guy. Or he doesn't feel that way. Nah, that's that bitch assness in him. He ain't talking that type of shit, bro. And so for you people that believe in these politicians, I want you to take what you see on the internet and what they portray as face value. They are actors. They are paid actors. Mm-hmm. DC is the East Coast Hollywood. They are paid.
I never heard nobody that. Yeah, I like that.
I'm in my bag this morning.
You definitely is fresh out the shower, cuz of. Go ahead.
It's the East Coast Hollywood. These are paid actors. They have a script. They live by it. Their family is involved in it. They handle all the puppetry behind the scenes, and they put on a show in a movie for y'all. Don't get caught up crashing out for acting. Just because they don't put actors in there, CNN, these news outlets, this is VH1. This is BET. It's the same shit. Stop putting it on a pedestal and expecting it to be truthful because it says news to it. No, CNN is trying to benefit and make money the same way VH1 is trying to do it. When fighting was the thing and people were fighting all over the thing and that was cool, what you think they do in politics on CNN now? They fight on air. Bro, it's just all to distract you on what you know is right, to get you away from that, what God gave you that you know is right and from wrong. They're trying to change the trend. They're trying to change the culture by putting it on television because they know y'all gonna eat it up. We ain't off none of that. We ain't off none of that, bro. I'm just telling you, y'all old heads. For the new people, there's innovation. There's change here. We not going down that road. We not getting bamboozled by none of that shit. And for the ones who might have got bamboozled, they up now. It's up. They teaching their children to see through the East Coast Denzels, aka Obama. They seeing through these actors and actresses. They're seeing that they're going on these tours like Jillian Michaels is going. They're on their tours. They're on their podcast. We know what this shit look like, bro. This is television. Tell-lie-vision. If it's not coming from a stamped source, Candace, OG Network, these sources that you guys have stamped, validated, know they stand on business, know we outside with it. All the shit we talk on these computers, we go outside with the same energy. If you don't believe me, try it. I'm not ducking none of the smoke. I'm talking to anybody who don't align with it. I'm outside with it. I'm not going to be like, I'm not going to go get the military. I'll handle it. If you're feeling like you need to handle it, come handle it. That's what I'm on. That's what we on over here. We're not standing behind nobody. We handle our own issues. We obviously prefer to have the conversation with them, but it can go wherever it need to go. It's always up. We're not ducking no smoke. That's what we need. We need people like that to lead the charge. I'm tired of these cowards pulling up in these streets. We're not putting the suit on. We putting the ski on. We're putting the YN outfit on.
The Pooh
We spinning with all that. With the Wayne Half shirt on. We don't care. Okay? That's what we on. Like, nah. We're not doing none of that. Fuck all that. We on. And for the generation that didn't know that they was getting worked up and played and they was being lied to, and they didn't know DC was just Hollywood but on the East Coast, and they didn't know the president was just all that puppetry. We didn't know that. Those people waking up and they teaching their children a different way. Mm-hmm. For all the religion and these platforms, these churches that have been lying and they've been stealing, and the pastor riding around in a Rolls Royce truck and he not even feeding the community. He not outside today giving no turkeys away. We dethroning all that. We not attending the church. If your church ain't giving back, we not attending it. We're not giving our offerings either. We gonna take that offering and we gonna donate to the platforms that we know are honest, that are giving back. These foundations that we know that are giving back. We're not trying to pay our way into heaven. We gonna act accordingly to get there. And that starts by being around people that are being honest and truthful. Don't you dare hide in that church. Don't be hiding in that pew, knowing, thinking you're going to get entry. Teacher coming back home and he going to let you know how y'all was acting. And both people are going to be held accountable. The ones that spoke in wrong and the ones that didn't speak up against the people that were wrong. Mm. Everybody getting out. Nobody getting in.
They worse than the other ones, in my opinion, and in some ways.
The ones in the back?
Yeah, because if you know something's wrong and you don't stand on it, somebody could honestly go hard. Like, if somebody goes hard in an area and they're wrong, then that's cool. That can happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, that can happen. But people that sit in the back and know that they see something's wrong, but they're just not courageous enough to speak on it. They're not courageous enough to say, like, hey, nah, this is wrong. They're not courageous enough to say, like, okay, this person's violating my God's commandments. I'm going to call it out. Mm-hmm. You'll call it out in this area, but you won't call it out at that. It's the same thing. Like, I see this all the time with Matt Walsh. Like, Matt Walsh will call out, I'm getting ready to play a video. Matt Walsh will call out Black people and Muslims in America as if he actually called out the Shapiro Crown bill with the hair, where they can't. The video we played yesterday, where you can't discriminate. You can no longer in Philadelphia discriminate against Black people's natural hairstyles, whatever the rule was. He called that out. So I'm like, damn, here you got Matt Walsh. He's supposed to be the Mr. America man, like America's man.
you're so quick to call out black people and Muslims, but you will never use that energy to call out the Jewish influence, the Israeli influence. I'm pretty sure that Jewish people have a stronger influence on what America is doing in our country, the direction, the wars that we're getting involved with, a lot more than black people in America.
Absolutely.
But you seem to always have an energy calling out Muslims. I don't think Muslims have as much of an influence on our government moving in the direction and making the decisions that our government makes compared to Jewish people. So why is it always that you're never willing to call out the actual people in power, but you'll call out the people that are not in power, but that are the easy victims to punch down on?
Yeah,
You see a lot of that.
Coward,
You see a lot of that. Yeah. I'm gonna play this video, and I want to see y'all thoughts. I want to get your thoughts on what y'all about to say. And let me zoom out real quick so the caption title or the video title is "How do we stop this type of uncivilized behavior?"
Oh, that's her mama. Why you just not getting up?
Savages.
And I want to look at some of the comments. It says, "Let me guess, white lady said something. Black woman couldn't think of a comeback, then responded with violence instead of words or the simple walk away. No, now black lady in jail or sued. In these situations, you don't punch a woman. You just shove that as hard." All right. So the reason why I wanted to show some of the comments is to show how divisive this can be, this type of thing. Where what are people thinking when they look at this? This is why people donate to, what was the lady, Shiloh Hendricks? Remember the incident on the playground where the kid, he either grabbed the lady's purse and she called the kid, I think it was like 8, 9, 10 years old or something like that. He called the kid a nigga or something like that. And the lady got fired from her job, but then they started the GoFundMe and started raising a whole bunch of money for her. These are the type of situations that create that hatred that is stoked by people like Ben Shapiro, Mark Levin, Matt Walsh. Now, people were looking at this video. There's a lot of people that will sit back and say, you know what, we got a problem. I'm tired of black people hurting, white people. Cool. I want y'all to then take a look at this next video. Hold on. I'm gonna show y'all this other video. And be aware of everything that you're feeling after you see that video, because then I want to play you this video. Hold on. And let me read the caption. It says, "White mother brings her 4 daughters to beat up a black girl." Hold on, I paused it, my fault. I gotta leave the screen on. Let me know if you can see it. Can you see it, guys?
Yeah.
That's it. Got my phone. That's it, Margaret. That's it. Take the head, punch the face off her. Punch her face and kick. Get her head, beat her on the floor. Beat her head on the floor. That's it. Get her, Margaret. That's it. Pull up back, Kelly. That's it. That's it. Kick her in the face. Dodie. Step on her face. She's year 6 now, Whitney. Step on her face, Whitney. Kick her in the face. Get her, Margaret. Kick her in the face. That's it. Kick her in the face. Whitney. Kick her in the face. Who's busting? Look at Whitney. Get up in her face. Get up in her. More important stuff happening. Get up in her. Go. Get up in her. Kick her in the face. Kick her in the face. Keep doing it. Quick. Keep doing it. Get up in her. Get up in her, Whitney. I'm with you. I'm going to murder you. Go on, Whitney. Good, honey. Well, honey. Get her, honey. Get her, honey. That's it. Honey, get on her. Get on her. Get on her. Get on her, honey. That's it. That's it. Take that, honey. That's it, honey. All right. Get You spastic, yeah, you go for nothing, handicap, yeah.
Somebody said you can't move it
Come
like
on with me, look at me, big dog Down syndrome. Come on with me. Get her, Kathy. Holly, Holly, get on. Can we let go? Get on, Holly. Beeson, you dumb bitch. That's it now, come on. That's it.
That was a bit hard to watch. And the reason why I showed this, these both came on my video algorithm, I guess, yesterday, both of these videos. And I was looking at one. The first one that I saw was this one, actually. The first one that I saw was this one. And I was furious. Like, I just was, naturally, I think we put ourselves in these situations and say, what would you do? You see all these men walking around, even at the end where they're walking up like as if, like, bro, break this up. Like, you got 4 or 5 women jumping one woman. The mother's amping it up in the background. You got people driving, just looking at all this stuff. This is where it's gotten to. And then I saw the other video, and I'm like, depending on which video you see, this is what they use to get us to hate each other. Mm-hmm. Rather than us looking at both of these videos and say, like, nah, both of these things, like, yo, like these are both wrong. Now, this one, I don't know what happened in the first one. You know what I'm saying? Like, it seemed like it was more of a one-on-one type of thing. Either way, obviously, I'm not with the violence, not with the wars across the board, because it just doesn't lead to anything beneficial and positive for us. But when you see this type of situation, as far as just like from being a decent human being, you can see how these videos would make people hate another group of people just by a selective video. And now you see the world through this particular lens. Now, when you go outside, you're seeing it through this particular perspective based on what's being fed to us in order to divide us, in order to make us hate each other. That's what they want us to do. That's what they want us to do. And I wanted to play the videos like that just to show you'll watch one video and have one reaction. Do you have the same reaction to the other video? Do you have the same energy towards the other video? That same bit when it's very easy for perhaps you to call out savagery in one video, is it easy for you to call it out in the other video? You know what I mean? So I just wanted to play these because this is just we have so many things thrown our way on a day-to-day basis with access to all this social media, and I don't think that we truly realize and appreciate how much we're being swayed to hate each other. And all of this hatred that we may excuse on an everyday basis, it ultimately, in my opinion, leads us to being okay with what we see in Israel and Palestine, what we see in Russia and Ukraine, where hundreds of thousands of people have to die just for them to get back to the round table and the negotiation table, I should say. And, and just the same conversation that they had 3 years ago.
Same conversation.
The same combo that now is being had after hundreds of thousands of people have died. Now you're having that same conversation with the same people, the same 2 people, Zelensky and Putin, the same conversation, the same negotiation, the same thing that's being discussed.
After how many casualties? How many funerals?
And it's because the casualties don't impact them. It's because certain casualties mean more than others. We see this across the board. We see this when it comes to Israel feeling like they can respond in a way where they're killing 60 times the amount of people that were, or I would say that it's a lot more than that, but by the numbers, where you think that you have an obligation, a duty, a responsibility, a right to defend yourself in these type of ways. So
yeah, it just, I don't know if y'all noticed, but Twitter or X, I still call that as Twitter. Twitter released almost like a geolocation for all its Twitter accounts now. And so now you can see where a lot of these accounts are based in, and a lot of political accounts for MAGA a lot of these trolling accounts that are posting black on black crime or black on white crime, but like trying to incite stuff, they then realized that a lot of these accounts weren't even in the States.
Oh, you're talking about the U.S., the Homeland Security, or no? It was the United States something. One of their departments was based in Israel.
Yeah, it was
hold on. I got a video of that. Hold on. Keep going, because I'm gonna try.
But yeah, like a bunch of different things, and so they were looking at like a lot of these places that's lit and turned up and got Twitter going, people going crazy and clickbaiting and trolling and all that weren't even based here, and they were doing it They are doing it intentionally.
You're talking about something. I do have a video on that. My fault.
Yeah, so something like that. So it just kind of threw everybody off. Like, oh shit! Like, why is a huge far right Trump supporting account based in like Southeast Asia? So it just makes you think, like, when you start thinking like bots, trolls, like they have a lot of these things that do that. They have companies that scrape the internet for stuff like this, that will put clickbait captions on it just to get the people riled up, to get the comments flooded, because they monetize when these eyeballs and they keep getting pushed. Like, bro, this is a huge act. This is what East Coast Hollywood all day. This is how they sell tickets. This is how they move it. So yeah, I had seen that. And then I was like, see, like, this is why you just can't don't be so passionate about who you think you hate and who you like if you haven't sat down and have a conversation with them. Because what can be portrayed may not be always the case. And you want to give people, you must give people an opportunity to speak their side. Mm-hmm. Just like we've talked about earlier today, like when one side is giving you the history and they're telling you they're the victims, my camera cut off, and they're telling you they're victims, I think it is very important that we make sure we communicate in a way where we give the other side and let you be the judge based on all that information and truth. Without it, I promise you, the people that you think you hate, you don't hate. And the people that you think you love, I promise you don't love.
I'm 100% with you. And I saw those things. So what you're saying is that a lot of these accounts that we see, or a lot of these posts that we see, they're coming from things that are outside the country and just have intentions. I think it was like Nigeria and India.
Yep.
Those were the main two countries where a lot of these things were coming from, correct?
Even political accounts.
Yeah, so I there was something where it was one of the U.S. government, like, hold on, it says after the rollout, some users claimed that DHS's official X account showed a location outside. Yeah, it was the U.S. Homeland Security, was it? Hold on, can you find a video on this? On U.S. because I don't know how we didn't cover this Homeland Security.
Mm-hmm. I think I know what you're talking about, though.
X account.
Oh yeah, see, Groyper says that he says some wild ones were revealed with that location function.
Right. And I saw a video. I don't know how I didn't. Sometimes I'm half asleep watching these videos, but hold on.
So many from India pretending to be Jews in the USA. Yup. Critical thinking. Yup. Useful idiots are always emotional tools. Absolutely. That's why you always got to make up your perceptions, make up your opinions. You have to experience these people for yourself. You can't let these people tell you what the left is and what they stand for, what the right is, what they stand for. Like, you be the evaluated based on your research and but also understand that whether it's social media platforms, whether it's the TikToks and stuff like that, whether it's the news outlets, people can still, they can promote and push whatever they want. So we have to take everything, especially when it comes to the government.
Feature.
Why would they be exempt?
It was briefly suspended, and many X users.
All right, so I found a video. My fault, BK. I know I left you out there a little bit.
No, I was keeping it full.
I haven't seen this video yet. There's another video that I was gonna try to find. I think it's on YouTube somewhere, but let's take a look at this because I think they're talking about the same things. So
Elon Musk has just enabled a pretty fantastic new location transparency feature on X. And it turns out that a ton of Trump supporting MAGA accounts aren't actually operated out of the United States, Cenk.
That's so weird. Turns out there's Israeli bots and trolls. I was led to believe that was a conspiracy theory, huh?
Yeah.
So now, of course, as with anything exposing Israel, like Grok did, they're gonna have to fix it.
Well, it's not just Israel that got exposed, and there's a DHS angle to this story that you do not want to miss. But first, let's focus on the MAGA accounts. So look, I think a lot of people already suspected this. It's nice to have some confirmation, but a lot of the all caps, ultra MAGA, America first, like X accounts aren't based in the United States at all. So let's start with.
Of course.
Okay, let's start with Ultra MAGA Trump 2028. Turns out that account is based in Nigeria. By the way, the right-wing Cope page, also not based in the United States. It's based in North America, which means Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, these are all Israel. It's not Nigerians or Canadians.
How do you know that?
Okay, because all these accounts, all they do is like, no. When Trump is siding with Israel, that's the real America first position, okay?
Well,
Marjorie Taylor Greene's a traitor. Tom Massey's a traitor, dude.
Okay,
right?
but
yeah, I don't know if that proves that that's Israel, but yeah, like I said, we're watching this video for the first time with y'all, so we're not vouching everything they say.
No, I'm not vouching for that part. Right?
We're just gonna respond.
I wonder about whether or not this feature takes VPNs into account. Because with the VPN, you can just lie about where you're located. So that's just.
That's a good point.
Yeah, and I haven't gotten any clarity on that. Like all the reporting on this like avoids answering that question about VPNs. But anyway, let's just keep going. Here's another example, American Voice, who is American Guy X, based in India. In fact, a lot of accounts are apparently based in India.
Most of the Israeli bots are based in India. That's why a lot of people joke around about how the Israelis live in India.
American, that account, based in Pakistan.
Wait, hold on. That's what Goiper was just saying. Look at the bottom of the screen. So many from India pretending to be Jews in the USA. Y'all may have already discussed that, but I was looking for the video.
We had talked about it.
Yeah, I know you. That's exactly what she said. So is that like a thing? Like I wasn't aware of that. That's why I said like, yo, I can't vouch for that. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I know that you can outsource, like you can outsource these things, but I think what's happening is these people in these countries can monetize these accounts, so they just get them. They just either I don't know if it's just managed, but when they create these accounts, remember you can get paid on Twitter. If you're in India trying to run up the bag, you make an make America great again account. You put Trump face on it, and you just go crazy.
Yeah, you're willing to say something, whatever, because you don't.
It don't matter. You don't care. You in the middle. You in India. I don't give a fuck what they doing over there. And you turning people up, and you getting eyeballs. You got people arguing, fighting. You're saying this, saying that. A lot of tech companies and stuff outsource their stuff. So that's a whole business of just monetizing, triggering shit on the internet, and just using American politics because this is what gets them going.
It's provocative. Silly people. Yeah.
I wanted to say
silly. They treating us like
America with an ego based in Pakistan.
So good. Now let's pivot to the DHS scandal, which I think is a really interesting part of the story. So soon after X rolled out its location transparency feature, which revealed where accounts were operating out of, like which countries, it was briefly suspended. And many X users suspect that it had a little something to do with the DHS account initially showing that it was operating out of Israel. So Gen X Girl, I love her account. I follow her. She does a really good job with her sleuthing. She posts on the left-hand side, the screenshot that shows that the DHS or Homeland Security account was based in Tel Aviv, Israel. X activated locations last night, which showed US government accounts like DHS opened and operating from Israel. Then 20 minutes later, they deactivated the feature. And today, government accounts are exempt from the location feature.
Why would they be exempt? They would be the easiest ones. They're in Arlington, Virginia. They're in, Fairfax, Virginia. They're in Washington, D.C. That should be a layup. Why are we hiding where our government is based?
Super fascinating stuff, right?
Okay, now, and look, why is the DHS, I don't know what kind of error that is, but why in the world are they based in Israel? Department of Homeland Security, that's actually a little bit telling on yourself.
So at first,
he needs to relax.
That's why he's sometimes hard to watch.
Yeah, like he gotta relax because we trying to get something out of this, and you just got a narrative that you want to drive so hard that I can't even hear what's being spoken about and put things together because you just keep trying to be funny about Israel. All right, bro, we got it. Like you don't have to keep saying the shit. Like just fucking relax. Like act like a fucking grown up on the TV. But yeah, like. It's possible, but at the same time, no. Let's address the shit. If the government shouldn't be exempt from that, that's clown behavior. Period. It's unacceptable. So once again, they lying in your face, and so you got to take them for what they're showing you. But second of all, these things can be screenshots now. Now that people see that you can get the eyeballs going, and people triggered in the comments, they gonna screenshot it, edit it, put it in this, that, and third, and make it seem like this account is based in here. Now it's gonna get flipped up too much now. Like the cat's out of the bag now. Yeah, I mean, wherever the truth lies, I think there's a little bit of truth and exaggeration involved in the whole thing. But I mean, we don't need any more confirmation about none of this shit. We know what the fuck it is. Ain't nobody tripping. I think
So you're convinced. You're convinced that our government is run by Israel.
Oh yeah, I mean, we didn't need this to say that.
Yeah.
I could care less about what Twitter said. Yeah. I was already sold on that.
Yeah,
way before.
It's apparent. Like it's been very clear.
Like I thought we all knew.
Yeah, you thought
I didn't. I'm not feeling the need to keep defending that. Like that conversation's gonna get old. We know what it is. Like your man's in office. He already confirmed it. You see how he move in. We don't have to keep revisiting that. We know. So all these things that are just got everybody going. It's like, man, you already know what it is. Like, what are you tripping about? I think his big goofy ass needs to relax though. Like, just give us the fucking news. Like, this is not your podcast for you to do it the way you want to do it. Or is it?
Yeah, I was about to say it is kind of his podcast. I just thought I was gonna let you. I was like, well, technically,
I stand corrected. Yeah. Well, his big goofy ass can be goofy. Then I stand corrected. My bad.
Yeah, people can pick and choose a lot of.
Yeah. I thought he was on CNN with that energy.
Nah. That's definitely not CNN.
That's why I was like, yo, is he on a tele? Like,
you thought he was on. See, I was like, that. All that means is we need a desk. Because clearly, if you're sitting at a desk like this, it hits different. Like people
that Patrick Ben-David shit is different.
Yeah. Oh man,
I be thinking that shit is the news. I was like, yo, who's this on this news outlet? Like even the shits at the bottom look. I was like, oh shit, why is he acting and saying all that goofy shit on the news? But he not on the news. That shit's crazy. So yeah, he can be goofy. I stand corrected. My mistake, y'all. But. We get it. Like, I see what he keeps trying to drive it. We get it.
But it's the same thing to your point, though. It's the same thing with like a Megyn Kelly. A lot of these overly emotional people, they may be so passionate to a point where it's like you're doing a disservice because you're allowing your emotions to seep in so much where it's like we may agree on principle, but it's like if you're creating followers and fans based on emotion, then clearly you're kind of missing the boat as well, because what we need is more logical people. We need more logical people that are moved on principles, morals, integrity, these type of things, not led by just emotions, but yeah. Cenk. Have you seen him in other stuff, or is this your first time?
I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, nah, this is just him. It's just him. You gotta see when he has conversations with Rabbi Shmuley. It's a bit of the same energy on both sides. Like if you need to see how being overly emotional does not help our politics, if you still need to be convinced, just look at a conversation between Cenk and Rabbi Shmuley. And I think after 5 minutes, you'll be totally convinced that this is not the way to go. So let's wrap this up.
Okay.
This Thanksgiving, let's wrap this up, man. Appreciate y'all, love y'all. But let's get into the most important part of the show. Like. Subscribe. So we can make sure that everybody's tapping in with this box breathing, making sure that we lower our blood pressure, making sure that we manifest, meditate, and become intentional with perhaps our soul, our mind, our body, bringing everything together. So we're going to do our box breathing, which is 4 second inhale. We're inhaling positive energy, being intentional, really feeling the breath that's entering our system, that's giving positive and empowering energy. 4 second hold at the top of that. Then we're going to do a 4 second exhale, which we're releasing all the negative limiting energy. 4 second hold, and then we're going to repeat the cycle 4 times. So let's start with our 4 second inhale. And if you're in a safe place, close your eyes, do whatever you need, and take this seriously. We always like to remind ourselves to take this seriously because it can create some real positive health benefits, soul benefits, all these things, especially when we're walking around in this society that's always trying to rile us up with emotional triggering and fear mongering. So 4 second inhale, ready, begin. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. All right, not yet. On this next inhale, make sure that we're being intentional. We're inhaling positive energy. Go. Inhale all that positive energy. Keep going. Positive. Hold. And on this last release, we're going to release the last bit of that negative energy, anything that's been holding us back, negative, anything. All right, get it out. Hold. All right. All right. Whew. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Family Day. Whatever it is that you call it, whatever it's been in the past, hopefully we can recognize the positive aspects of thinking about what the Thanksgiving tradition has become and can continue to become. Whether that needs to be a shift for you in name or how you look at it, doesn't matter. I don't care what you call it. Hopefully we could just use it as a time to spend, or use it as a day to be intentional with spending time with our family. All right, it's a day off. So let's use it to our best ability. Let's spend some time with family, friends, hug our family, be grateful, reminding ourselves that even if we have a couple arguments at the table, we are still family. And that hopefully we can use those arguments to grow, to build, and to becoming the best versions of ourselves. Y'all know we come here to elevate on purpose, both from an intentional standpoint, raising our standards to become the best leaders we can become, and to grow into the people that we need to grow into in order to accomplish these large tasks and goals that we set for ourselves, but we know we're built for it. So strength and honor, onward and upward. Let's make sure that we're getting to the bag. Let's make sure that we're being very intentional with the things that we're focusing on in order to make sure that we're making that positive impact on the world that we like to call our personal legend, and moving as efficiently as possible as we live in our purpose and strive for purposeful abundance. So the things that I like to focus on in my bag are peace, love, happiness, health, wealth, and in everything we do, integrity. And of course, we always got to have that balance. So on that note, y'all have an amazing day. BK, I don't know if you want to carry us out. If anybody else shared some words of wisdom.
Yeah, I was highlighting a few of the comments. But happy, happy Turkey Day to all. If you don't eat, or Pork Day, or Chicken Day, or shit, if you a vegan, happy Vegan Day. Enjoy it. Spend time with the fam, or family or friends, or use this as a day to kick back, kick your feet up, relax. You earned it. We're in the fourth quarter, so get you a little food. You made it another year. Be grateful, be happy, and obviously we love our supporters. We're glad that we could, on average, I think we saw about 30 to 35 people this whole time. Like, this is Thanksgiving morning, so we definitely appreciate y'all spending Thanksgiving morning with us, just as much as we enjoy spending with y'all. And then we right back at it. Oh, tomorrow is a different schedule.
Tomorrow, yeah. Stay tuned for tomorrow. We'll put up a post. We're just trying to figure out the timing of everything, but definitely stay tuned. And I want to, before we leave, I want to shout out Groyper Grindhouse, because Groyper Grindhouse definitely tapped in today, gave us some stuff to research. Whenever somebody can present us with something different that we can look into that we previously weren't aware of, I love that. So I'll make sure that I'm looking into some of those things that you mentioned, learning a little bit more, and getting some more context. And I want to also highlight Finn, who always comes through with the words of wisdom. Elevate with purpose. Rise not just to be seen, but to become the force that shapes what's next. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. One love, strength, and honor. On that note, we'll see y'all at some point. Probably, more than likely,
Monday.
Nah. I think we're gonna tap in tomorrow. Well, we'll see. We'll see. If it is, it just may be a different time, or maybe it will be till Monday.
Just do Monday, because we got to get them a time. They're gonna be like, "What y'all doing?"
Monday. We'll do Monday. I'm gonna be spending some time with the fam the rest of today and tomorrow. So
tell Dak go spend some time with his family. Golly.
Y'all are my family now.
Yeah, your other family, bro.
Yeah, shoot, they in here. They in here. Mom, Dad, I'll be over there in a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll see y'all.
Yeah.
All right, man. Love y'all all, man.
Peace.